Bengals have played 5 straight games decided by exactly 3 points. First down, play action, the toss underneath. Tyler Boyd drives his legs to the 38-yard line, and a first down for Cincinnati. 3rd and 9 for the Bengals. Just underway here in the opening quarter. Burrow steps into it, delivers along the sideline, and T. Higgins has got it. Bengals now in New York territory with Mixon in the backfield. Fake it. Burrow, protection holds up, tosses it inside the 30, and a bullet to Higgins. Motion man Boyd, Evans there to protect Burrow. Burrow has the time, and he's got his man. Hooks up with Boyd for a first down inside the 5. With another shot here. Burrow tries to get out of it, buys time, throws, touchdown! P-Ryan on the receiving end, and the Bengals cash in. They like their skill position players, the youth and production they've gotten so far. Carter up the middle. Carter spun down right at the line to gain. It's going to be just enough. First Jets rookie with a 100-yard receiving game and 2 touchdowns. Flacco in stride, and it's Wilson. The rookie continues to flash. Nickel package here for Cincinnati. Bengals already up 7-0. Flacco floats it to the outside, dropped by Hall. Man will hold it. Hennessy, the snapper. From 50 yards away, Zerline. He knocks it through. Jets are on the board. And a big one next week. Baltimore hosting Buffalo in week 4. Burrow throws it underneath. T. Higgins after the catch. He's got enough for a first down. Gang tackle as he crossed the 35 and brought down at the 37-yard line. C.J. Mosley leading that charge. That's a gain of 9.
A much better showing from those guys up front.
Chase lines up to the side of Burrow, and he looks for him. Chase the catch at the 40, fumbles the football, and the Jets have it. Chase took a pop.
Yeah, most times receivers don't like to say they're dropping the ball. They do here, hoping it's not put away.
First down, New York Jets.
1 foot lifts very quickly, lands again before he loses possession. That's why they confirmed this as a catch fumble.
Flacco with a laser beam to Elijah Moore. He dropped that pass on the previous drive on 3rd down. Flacco 3rd and 5. Flacco lays it out there. Battle for it. Elijah Moore. It's broken up. Awuzie. Flacco's really enjoyed playing with these young guys, and that exuberance. You saw it in the locker room after the victory over Cleveland. The field goal from Zerline is good. That's what made the Bengals great last year. That's what they will do again this season. No tentativeness. Final seconds of the first quarter. Burrow on time. Tyler Boyd breaks away, and now it's a foot race. Boyd will take it for the touchdown. Not the disagreement. That happens. But the penalty. Dump off. Turns into a big gain for Hall. First down. They send Carter out of the backfield. Flacco hit from behind. The ball is loose. And a fight for it. Trey Hendrickson with the hit. Got a 14-6 lead on the Jets. Joe Mixon in the backfield on first down and 10 from the 25. Burrow pushing it downfield. The deep shot caught by Higgins. Flags down, and Higgins. 3rd and goal under 8 minutes to go in this first half. Bengals trying to add to their lead. Burrow in the pocket. Burrow spin, gets out of it. Burrow throws right at the goal line. Jamar Chase. And they don't give it to him. Cal Adamitis, the snapper that stepped in week 2 on the 2nd possession of the preseason. Flacco sells the play fake and puts it in there to Wilson. And Wilson is hurt. Healthy scratch for the 3rd consecutive week at wide receiver. Here comes the blitz. They handle it. Flacco downfield. Intercepted Logan Wilson. Returning for Cincinnati, Wilson takes the sideline and he's still going. Oh, the ball pops free. At the 25-yard line, it was up for grabs. There's a point of emphasis potentially.
But we never heard about it. It just kind of seems to be happening.
3rd and 15. Burrow, soft toss. Chase tripped up. Tried to go airborne at the 25, and Quincy Williams there to greet him. A 5-yard gain through the air. Field goal unit coming on for the Bengals. And it just didn't work out. The overtime loss to Pittsburgh. McPherson has been fantastic, though, in his short career. 43-yarder. Drifting through. Put 3 on the board. Cincinnati with a 20-6 lead over the Jets. Line of scrimmage is the 47. 2nd and 10. Flacco dumps it off. Tight end Conklin drives inside the 40 to the 39. Timeout called. 19 seconds left. Formerly with the Rams and the Cowboys. The kick from 52 yards away. He's got it. Flag thrown at the 34. 3rd down and 4. Flacco hit from behind. The ball appeared to pop free, and the Bengals have it. Hendrickson with the hit, and B.J. Hill on the recovery. First minute of play in the 3rd quarter. Burrow fires, complete. Tyler Boyd finds a soft spot inside the 10. Burrow on 3rd and goal. Burrow hooks a pass, wide open, Chase, touchdown, Bengals. Final score, Tennessee getting the win. The Vols in a great atmosphere.
Just, he might be a little salty.
Flacco up top, big hit, and Corey Davis holds on to the football. Denver, they had won the Super Bowl the year before. They started 0-4. Flacco bounces off the hands of Wilson. He had a drop last week. Made a highlight tape of himself, and then colleges got interested. Flacco, sideline. Flacco's ball is off the hands of Elijah Moore. 9 straight games, allowing 21 points or more. That's the longest active streak in the NFL. Arizona right behind them. Burrow, nice throw to midfield, and hooks up with Jamar Chase for the completion. 2nd down and 6. Chase the motion man. Mixon gets the call, and Mixon's got his first good run of the day. He will break tackles. He will make moves on linebackers and safeties. 3rd down and 5. Burrow, catch made. Chris Evans, and an injured Jet on the play, on the tackle. Pitch it. Chase needs a yard, and he didn't get it. Forced out of bounds. The Jets will take over. Some of the fans were chanting Mike White. Flacco to Conklin. He's got room. Conklin, 1st down. 3rd and 1. Flacco throws it to Conklin. And a 1st down for the Jets into Cincinnati territory. Von Bell, he's gotten home a couple of times today for Cincinnati. Trying to make it happen. Flacco out of the pocket, leads his receiver, but it's too short on a bounce to Hall. And now it's 4th down. Logan Wilson, the cover man from the linebacker position. He's made a couple of field goals of 50 or more yards. First time he's done that in the same game since 2015. Zuerlein's kick is through. Third down and 15. Burrow has the time, floats it, knocked away along the sideline. Boyd, the intended target, and Jordan Whitehead makes the play for New York. It's 4th down.
They wanted to keep the ball in front, make you check it down, and rally up and tackle. Good break and tear.
And it's Hall for a 1st down across the 30-yard line.
Pre-game was that there was not the same air of frustration, futility there in Cincinnati. They played pretty doggone well.
As you can see, the Jets are lined up now in their 5-wide formation.
And once again, Trey Hendrickson off the edge just like we've been seeing all game long.
Caught him one-on-one again.
We established communications. Iron Eagle Charles Davis and Evan Washburn will be back at it. Boomer, the thumbnail here.
The thumbnail really is a Joe Burrow bounce-back game overall, and the Jets have been settling for field goals.
This is what we call the Bill Cowher squeeze the life out of the game.
You know, you're on the sideline, I tell you what, there's a bunch of smiles right now in that Cincinnati defense.
Oh, yeah.
Moving the ball for first downs. This is going to be difficult, I think, for the Jets to get back into this.
Tell you what, Samaje Perine is running that rock right now.
I was fortunate enough to run a lot of these drives with our defense, with the Giants. Good running game, hand it off, work the clock. And this is, again, in the pregame, Bill talked about closing games out.
Here in this fourth quarter, Iron Eagle, Charles Davis, Evan Washburn. We apologize for the technical difficulties here at MetLife. Meanwhile, Cincinnati is just bleeding the clock with Samaje Perine. Jets were still in it. They had a fourth down deep in Cincinnati territory. Flacco took the sack. Cincinnati took over as McPherson's kick is no good. All of a sudden, weather became an issue as well.
You remember on their last drive, they were deep in the territory, and Corey Davis got a bad penalty that set them back that led to the Flacco sack that ended the drive.
Flacco throws it, sideline. Connection made to Elijah Moore. 2nd and 6, Flacco throws. Catch, Conklin, nice move, he gets hit from behind, first down. It's 4th and 1. Knocked up in the air, intercepted, game over. The win on the board. Cincinnati gets it done, 27-12.